Hello, you amazing friends. Welcome to our next LinkedIn Live. I'm with the legendary Priya Mishra. Priya, how are you today?
I'm good. Thank you so much. Thanks for having me today, Ed. And I've been hearing and watching your shows. Really amazing. I have seen your journey. Thank you so much for inviting me here.
I'm so honored. And as we were talking off camera, don't you feel that additional pressure with the LinkedIn Live compared to just doing a Zoom interview? I feel the pressure.
Yeah, it is. Live is always a pressure. You want to do the right justice to your audience. There is no edit mode. So I hope it will be enjoyable journey for people who are watching us and seeing us or gonna see us later on as well.
Exactly. We've already got two people watching us. Someone gave us a thumbs up. So I just want to say thank you for coming in. We really appreciate it. And Priya, just to let everyone know, obviously, be it they're watching the recording of this live, we're in the middle of a big Sydney lockdown right now, aren't we, Priya?
Are we? We are. Like really it's a pressure on people, but I'm really enjoying my time considering I'm having a really good time doing a lot of things. It gave me opportunity to explore and reflect and think of what's ahead of me in this quiet time. So I understand it's a psychological pressure on people, but I feel like I you can best use of it by reflecting and working on your future action items in your quieter time.
And so, on that note, then, what have been your realizations from this lockdown?
My realization that I have so much to do. So we have restructured our business in last 1 year. We actually gone global, as we have seen in last 1 year, and we grown faster and more than ever. Like in last 3 years compared to last 5 years, this was my most growth year actually. Despite I lost my 70% business, I bounced back and I grown faster than ever. So it was and that's all happened because I reflected. I thought I bring better value proposition to my customers, and they love it. Your customer identifies what you are bringing better in our table, and they react to it.
Yeah. It's funny because the same as the same thing happened to me. I used to be one of Sydney's top business coaches and marketing consultants, and within the space of 2 months, in a bad election, I lost over 80% of my revenue. So I've been there, and it's funny when I bounced back as a LinkedIn guy. Totally different. It's I love how you said that. It's funny when you get your value proposition just right, you just take off organically, don't you, Priya?
Yeah, and see, I always believe the business is the name of evolution. So if you are not evolving with your time and you're not becoming more
Yeah.
innovative with the
Yeah.
changes and the reflections of the society, social economic situation, political situations, there are so much external factor which affects your personal decision on the business. And once you respond to that and you innovate with that and you come up with the time and the trend, I mean, there is so much to do in that area, and your customer knows what you are doing. They know, they identifies it, and they connect with that.
Yeah. No, incredible. And I got to say, you've absolutely powered through things, Priya, and just a bit of trivia for you as well. Very topical trivia. Basically, the government came out and said yesterday, if you've been vaccinated, you get to lockdown starts to end for you in about a few weeks. So, what are you thinking about? What are you going to do at the end of lockdown? Are you going to go stand in the middle of the city and jump up and down? What are you going to do once lockdown ends, Priya?
When lockdown ends, I would love to come back to the Edward Gia network, which has been a great. I mean, we have been doing those things. You have been doing this for a long, long time. I have been part of this for 7 years almost. So, I always love your networking event, and I would love or your audience, whosoever is watching, it is must join in event. So yes, must come there, and we will have fun and decide what else we want to do from there.
Ah, exactly. Now, Priya, I was just going to say, we've got your brand new book that's coming out. Let's tell us all about your book. You've got a copy in your left hand just before, didn't you? Your book.
Yes, yes. If
Tell
we
us.
can see this, this is my book, and I'm very proud of this book I have finished. Um, and it is a very personal to me. It's a journey of perseverance, and it is my story. It's This is how I achieve what I achieve due to my perseverance attitude. My father was a very big dreamer of, and he dreamed through me, and it was one of the vision of him that I should write a book, and I did it. He's not here to see it, but I'm sure he's supporting wherever he is. I just got my mom's blessing. You supported that video. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
audience, and you especially, Edward. And it's inspirational journey for me, and I have seen my success because of my attitude, my behavior, my perseverance, and I manifested to that. So this is my book out there for you. And in that, it's not just an inspirational story of Priya Mishra. It has a lot of insight about the business journey I have gone through and the learnings I have gone through. And I have given an access to the people to understand from end to start to end story. And we have it's been I have a poetry in here I have written at the end. And it is the poetry called Let Bird Fly. It's kind of my emotion was going through when I was writing that book, so that's why at the end of that I have written that. If you will allow your time, I will read through it. But this book is been very, I've dedicated to my family, my father, my mother, and of course my husband has been giving the wings to my dream, so he has, been very supportive towards it. So it is being from ideation and your business model and your journey, my journey through that. And at the end we are talking about prediction of life design evolving with the time, things like that the chapter names are. So I'm hope you will enjoy. I think Ed got his copy, I believe. So if you haven't, you'll be receiving soon. So this is my book. I hope it makes sense.
And what was the biggest, when you were writing this book and putting this book together, what was the biggest, I suppose, aha moment and realization you got as you were writing this book? What really stuck out to you, Priya?
When I was writing my chapter called Choreograph Your Life, I was actually going back and forth of my life and thinking about how I choreographed my life,
Oh,
um, because I am from the dancing background and I learned Indian classical dance. I'm a big fan of Hindustani music, so I'm classically trained. So I felt
wow.
that reflection of me should come in that. When I was designing my own life dance and my final move, I it was a greatest reflection, and I feel very joyful, to be honest. At the end I felt that I have achieved what I had achieved, and I'm very proud of, and I made proud to my family who have seen my journey, and my friends, and you, Ed. We've
Hmm.
been there for my 7 years of my life journey. I have seen my ups and downs and roller coaster, and I felt that the support and the people I surrounded by has been a greatest strength of my life.
Oh, incredible. And I was going to say, and as we know, we're in a big lock, and a lot of people across the world are in lockdown right now,
Yeah.
or they're fearing some form of lockdown. And how do you think lockdown has, and the whole COVID thing has changed the business world? Like, especially in your niche, how has the whole pandemic changed your world and your clients' worlds?
See, it's the people who wants to build a sustainable business model. They actually realize the importance, more important scenario of my role in their business, and the businesses like me can play a bigger role in their businesses. So marketing becomes more crucial for people more than ever. And they realize it if they are building a sustainable model, growth model, base model, business model actually. But people who are in a survival mode, they are still
Mm,
skeptical, and they are trying to save their revenue for longer, staying in longer time in the business. So there are a very mixed emotion going on. No judgment here, but I'm just saying that sometimes in business you have to take that risk to
mm.
go up there. And I think you have taken that, I have taken that leap of faith, and we bounced harder than ever.
Yeah. And isn't it funny? I was just saying this to Lassie just before we jumped on this wonderful live, that when you take that leap of faith and you try something new, all the good people support you, but all the toxic people come out to, oh, you're wrong, Edward, Priya, you don't know what you're talking about. Haven't toxic people been such a problem for us?
Yeah, and you will always find those people in your all walks of life. You will find different type of people. The people who never done that, the people who never take that chance, they will always sit and judge, right?
Yeah. And
And
tell you
as
why
we
it
go,
won't work and why you're a loser. All that crap. Yeah.
yeah, and that's why I like your idea that block them from life. So not
Delete and
only
block.
from social media, just block them from the life, and stop listening to those people,
Mm,
because if you believe in yourself and you think you are doing what you are doing is right, and you can sleep well with that, yes, do
yeah.
it.
Just on that note, again, I know we've spoken about this face to face. I was talking again about last year about this one. What I love about toxic people, and sorry to bring it up, and Agnes says hello. Agnes Software says, great conversation, Priya and Edward. Agnes, we love you. You know Agnes, don't you,
Mm.
Priya?
Yes, I do. Thanks, Agnes.
We
We
love
hear
you,
you.
Agnes. We love you. And if you just come into our live stream, please like, share, and comment. If you're watching the recording, thank you. Agnes says, block, block, smiley face. That's her response to toxic people. I just want to say, and I know Agnes is listening and you're here as well, Priya. I know you'll appreciate this statement. What I find funny about toxic people is, let's say a toxic person says to you, oh, Priya, that won't work, or Edward, LinkedIn won't work. They'll say something will fail. What I find with toxic people is when you go prove them wrong, and I've done this, by the way, and then you ring them up or message them saying, hey, you said this. It turns out you were wrong. I proved you wrong. They always lie and change the goalposts. Oh, well, I never said that. What I meant to say was this, or I don't know what you're talking about. They're liars. I find toxic people that not only put you down, but when you prove them wrong, they then lie forever saying that. Do you find that too, Priya?
Yes, and they try to prove you wrong on that point as well. That no, I didn't say that one, but what I meant was this
Yeah.
actually.
They just keep lying. They just they move the goalposts. They lie. They try and make out that you just misunderstood them. But we
Yeah,
know what's going on, don't we, Priya?
yeah, and when you become too successful, they start saying, "I always knew that you will be able to do that." You know.
Yeah, they completely 180. I've had that. They completely 180 on you. Completely 180 on you. It's
Always
like,
knew
but I
that.
was always
Yeah,
behind you. What are you talking
yeah.
about, Priya? You're a liar, Priya. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, yeah.
No, not like that, but yeah, they always think that. Oh, I always knew that. I said, yes, do you? Of
Yeah,
course,
yeah,
you
yeah.
knew. Yeah.
Sure you did. Yeah, sure you did. Sure you did. And just so you know as well, when is your book launch? I know I'm booked in for it, but tell us when your book launch is on, Priya, and yeah, tell us all about it.
Yeah, my book launch is on 2nd of September, which
Yep.
is next Tuesday, and 5 p.m. to 7
Thursday.
p.m.
Wasn't it next Thursday?
Next Thursday, 2nd
Yeah,
of
you said
September.
Tuesday.
Yeah,
So let's clarify.
yeah.
So it's next Thursday at
Next Thursday at 5 p.m.
Sydney
And
time.
I
Sydney
will
time.
drop my registration link. If people can come and register there with this video, I think Edward will,
Ooh.
allow it. So it's like in Corporality, we have a yearly event. I'll drop you corporality.global/yearly event. If you can go that, and you can actually find my event there. If not, the description will give you my registration post, and join us. Nearly 70 registration we have so far, but I'm looking
Wow.
forward to more people. And good to tell you, in our pre-sale situation, we got 52 Kindle version we have sold so far, and we have sold 20 copies so far. So I'm very proud of the progress I have seen. So, and thank you for every reader and supporter.
Incredible. And I got to say, I'm really looking forward to visiting your launch. It's very exciting.
Thank
I
you.
just want to say, Priya, I just want to say a big thank you to our fans. If you're watching the recording of this live, big thank you. Smash that like, share, and comment. Priya, I was just going to ask you as well. So several things. Where to from here? What are the next moves for you and your business? What are you working on?
I'm working on my next big move. Actually, we are changing a little bit in terms of bringing some sustainable business model concept. And so, we are business model. Our current business model is intended maturation model, and we are actually enhancing that to bring that sustainable business model concept. And we have different
Mm.
frameworks which we have been using it for a years now. And on and that note, we are also bringing some social impact group. So any book I'm selling, like the 5% is going to the charitable causes.
Oh,
So we
wow.
are bringing social impact concept. I have been doing this social impact group. I've been mentoring couple of youth group.
Oh, wow.
um, the community grew up till 2000, and they have been actually mentoring to the further students group as well. So the students are 16 to 23 years old.
Wow.
And I have been mentoring couple of I've been supporting couple of orphanage and the old age people. I thought it is now time to be official. Our next program is also coming for Go Green concept, where I want to educate people from the environment eco sustainability. So there is another program coming up on that social impact side. So that's our next move, and to contribution to the society and the planet earth I live in.
Oh, very noble of you. And Priya, I just want to ask you as well, again, the world's been forever changed in these current crazy times. What is your advice to everyone watching and listening into the future? What's your big advice to them to succeed in the post-pandemic world?
I believe, I mean, it's not a advice. It's just the collaboration, cooperation we need on this environment. The environment is actually getting challenging for all human race, and I believe we all should be more considerate and cooperative and collaborative towards each other, and be supportive and take care of yourself, your environment, your people, or surrounding. And when you have a right value proposition which will resonate with your consumer, they will adopt to your business anyway. Do your part. You know.
Oh, just incredible, Priya. So good having you with us. And how can people get in contact with you, Priya?
As you know, I'm very active. We are always in contact through LinkedIn, and we have been doing collaborative actions on LinkedIn anyway. But my website is priya.sydney, and corporality.global is my agency company. You can find all my contact details and my social media post in there. You can hear me and watch me on my YouTube channel on Corporality. So come and join, and subscribe here, contact. I'm here to help if I can anyways.
Incredible, Priya. Thank you so much for being with us. And I've got to say, what do you think of StreamYard and LinkedIn Live? What are your feelings on this technology we're using now?
Oh, I'm a big fan. I've been invested all my life on technology. As you know, I'm a big fan of AI, and I have been always a supporter to any. I look, put it this way: if this technology would have not been there, the world would have been turned ups and down in this COVID
Oh,
crisis
yeah.
situation.
In fact, you made reminded me. There's this. I don't know if you remember. Actually, you do remember because you and I are not quite young. But a lot of people were saying, "Thank God COVID didn't happen in the old Nokia days, and otherwise we'd just be playing Snake all day, SMSing each other." So thank God it wasn't in the old Nokia days we had the pandemic. That would be really
Yeah,
bad.
yeah.
Just
The
playing
thing that
Snake
would
all
have
day and
been.
SMSing each other.
Yeah, I mean, still we can socialize. We have ways to socialize, and thanks to all that technology companies who has been doing and bringing all that advancement to the human race to adopt to us, if that facility is there, right? And I believe everything has a good and bad part, and I think we have seen the best part of the technology only now, because I remember when I was growing up, my parents used to think it's not a right thing for a cognitive growth. But now you can see how important it is in our life. And I think it would have not been there if we would not be socializing the way we have been socializing right now, and fulfilling our social desire. You know.
Oh, well said, Priya. Thank you so much. Before we end this broadcast, and this broadcast is being recorded, it's going to Facebook, LinkedIn,
Thank you.
Twitter, Periscope, and YouTube. And thank you, everyone, for watching. Priya, I just want to give you the final word. Can you give us a closing thought just to keep us all thinking and winning?
So, my closing thought is just keep doing your part and make sure that you contribute from your best of your ability in every walks of your life, not only just in business, also in the personal one. And I have learned recently, I watched interviewed a lady from Canada. She said a contribution a day, a donation a day can change someone else's life. So if we can come up with that, in that how we can contribute, even if you are the poorest person, still you can actually give back something to the society, if not the blessing and prayer. So please keep doing it, be nice to each other.
Oh, you've heard it, friends. Love your work, friends. Bye from me. Thank you,
Thank you.
Priya.
Thank you, thanks for having me. Thanks, good time.